Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk.
I'm infinitely big through the genesis. That presidents drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm, have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night till. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, and protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, and protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to your grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
Chucky is back. It's the coach. This is coming up for the first time in more than 16 years. John Gruden takes the sideline here in Oakland as coach of the Raiders. But they're in for a tough test against a playoff team from a year ago, the Los Angeles Rams. I'll talk to you again at halftime with a look back to games from yesterday. But first, we head out to the East Bay. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season On EA Sports is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And what a blow it had to have been for Carson Wentz to realize his season was over after the injury in Los Angeles, with his team just rolling at that point. Dreams of a Super Bowl in everyone's head. But as soon as the doctors cleared him, he made every quarterback meeting, every team meeting, spent extra time with Nick Foles, stayed involved with the team on the sidelines during games. He was probably their biggest supporter during their run to the Super Bowl. Never dropped his head, stayed involved.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. He'll be dropped at the 30. A shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And tight end O.J. Howard is just scratching the surface of his potential. Great combo tight end, can get downfield and make the big catches and the long gainers, but also can block at the point of attack.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Wentz. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs. It will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
Touchdown, Raiders.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
John Gruden's return to the sideline going swimmingly thus far as his Raiders have the lead and another 1st and 10. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now Jackson on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Max Williams, 35 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Come on now.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket, and an alley to run, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Still fighting for more, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. Plenty of scoring here already. And we're back to Oakland after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. What's 20? What's up?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cooper was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Hyde. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed.
Yeah, all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now Gold for the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Gold now out to kick it away. Bobby Rainey now to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Wentz on third down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Our focus now moving to Dez Bryant as he heads back out there. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, so far, just the single catch. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Time to remind you that coming up at halftime, we're off to see the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a wild opening weekend in the NFL.
It's good to have Coach along for the ride this year, although he would probably say it's good for him to have us along for his ride.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He completes it to Bryant, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Detroit! Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Detroit! And Jackson throwing once more. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dez Bryant from 19 yards away. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Now out to kick it away. Rainey to return it. Gets past 1 man. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Wentz to throw on second down. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught left side, Williams. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson stepping up. He'll try and run. So we've reached halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Jackson. Bryant with a catch right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of it, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Jackson on 1st down, forced out to his left, stays on his feet, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bucky Hodges from 4 yards out. And the silver and black continue to roll.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Rainey to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On second down, here's Wentz. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
And And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Sturgis for the extra point. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And that will shave one more off this lead. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. Great job by the kick team there. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for L.A. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's Jackson. He's got a man wide open. It's Macklin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this one's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion. And we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure. With that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gold now out to kick it away. Rainey to return it. A beautiful fake. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. The All-Pro Von Miller there defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now Oakland. Ready to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Alex Anzalone. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 50. more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. It's hauled in by Ellington. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Oakland, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.